an announcement before I start this video. I do have a Discord server. Please, guys, feel free to join it. This video is unscripted, so it's going to be a little bit unprofessional, but I'm really excited for what I have in store for this video today, so let's just get right into it. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me back today for another Dragon Ball podcast video type deal. Today is a special day because we've just yesterday I just concluded my video and I uploaded it about how Dragon Ball Super might never be coming back based on Toyotaro's decision to veer away from the manga, and that was going to be announced on it's going to be July 6th to the 7th in France. Everything has been changed. All right, plans and information has been definitely changed. I'm still keeping the video up because I do believe it's a good video. You should go watch it. But anyways, let's just go ahead and read this. All right, this is from DBHype from Twitter. After clarification with Japan Expo, it turns out that Toyotaro is not working on any new manga. The site phrased the panel description badly, and for the site, they're referring to this one website. Completely forgot. Here it is. It is in French because it is the Japan Expo in France. But basically, the site goes on to say that Toyotaro is going to have a conversation in a panel with one Kazuhiko Torishima, and he's basically been like a longtime editor for Dragon Ball as a whole. He's been good friends with Akira Toriyama since his early days as a mangaka. So they're basically going to be talking about how his new project was going to come to mind. So apparently, and this is according to I don't know what source, but the news source, this one, Japan Expo, the official website, was false about that information. The site phrased the panel description badly. Toyotaro is set to talk about Dragon Ball Super manga with Torishima on July 6th. Toshirama, that sounds like, am I saying a Naruto character? I'm saying Hashirama. Oh my goodness. Thanks to Red Ribbon Dragon Ball Z for a conversation. So I don't know what company this guy represents, but he was able to speak with the Japan Expo organization. He is told the conversation between Toyotaro and Torishima will focus on his current work on Dragon Ball Super and his experience as a mangaka, rather than on a new project of his. So the site was wrong. Alright, fine. We're on JapanExpoParis.com, and not very credible source. But what does this mean? This means very good news for Dragon Ball as a whole, besides the anime. The last volume we were given was basically like a one sort of side volume concluding the superhero arc. We now have good characterization for Goten and Trunks. They actually have something to do, along with Gohan concluding his training with Beerus on Beerus' planet, becoming Clean God, and then bringing Saiyaman X1 and 2, their lives in high school and everything like that. It was a sweet chapter. I liked it a lot. But now we've been just officially given confirmation that Dragon Ball Super is here to stay, for the manga at least. When people called it a drought originally, before Daima was released, I do believe that was true before Daima released. You know, we haven't seen anything from Dragon Ball as a whole since the superhero movie, film-wise. But of course, we've been given DLCs in games and everything like that. You know, Sparking Zero came out and they basically did nothing with it. It just became the biggest rob of the century. Doesn't mean it's a bad game, by the way. It just means that they basically did nothing with it. They kind of made it to be a battle engine of some sorts. They used Unreal Engine 5 and then they coded in 120 characters and then didn't really do much after that, because really what could they do? They really spent all their budget on the battle system, or on the combat system. They couldn't really put like their soul and like the Dragon Ball love into it like they have just done with Genkin Squadra 4, whatever it's called. I haven't downloaded that yet. I might try it out. But this is exciting. July 6th is when July 6th through 7th is the Japan Expo in France. What is it called again? Okay, yeah, Japan Expo. July, what does that say? July 3rd through the 6th. Okay, never mind. So he's going to talk about it on the last day. And Toyotaro will make an appearance there. I think this is like the first time he's been in an expo since, I forgot when, like 2018. That's like the last picture we've gotten of him. That's like the last like genuine like photo picture that we've gotten of Toyotaro. And you guys all know what that is. Like, you cannot really find much else. And I don't know why I'm kind of crazy about the pictures, because like really what is there to use when you edit? Like, we have this and then we have like his official like his official working one like that. There's not really much to go off of when you edit videos. Like, what do you use? This little character right here? Like, no, you cannot really do that. You could, but then it's just like, I don't know. But like I've been saying in previous videos, we don't really know what is going on inside of the Shueisha headquarters, Capsule Corporation Tokyo headquarters, Toei headquarters. We have no idea, of course. We're like little peasants to them, like little citizens. Now I'm joking. It is a company's choice to, seclude certain amounts of information, keep them filed, and that's exactly what they're doing with Dragon Ball. They want to basically ease the crowd. They released Daima for 20 episodes, made it look outstanding. Now they're gonna release a bunch of DLC in the games within the rest of this year, 2025. But other than that, they don't really have much longer. You know, they need Toyotaro to really kick it in high gear. They're expecting him to work his best on Dragon Ball Super, because Dragon Ball is really, you know, the biggest anime currently right now, despite it being basically on another hiatus, on another drought, you can say. And it's like top competitor One Piece, making weekly episodes still. It is still grossing more fiscal revenue for Toei Animation specifically, and we won't even get into the other shareholders of it. Who knows how much money they're making off of Dragon Ball alone. They're probably still making money on like the Battle of Gods and Resurrection FZ movies, if anything. That's how big Dragon Ball is, and they cannot let it go. Like I said it in my last video too, I'm begging you guys to go watch it, because Akira Toriyama said on the establishment of the Dragon Ball room that he has no plans to conclude Dragon Ball anytime soon. He wants it to outlive his ideas, visions. He wants it to you know, basically be brought into each and every generation, and it deserves to, because it's an incredible story with incredible characters. It just sucks with the predicament it's in right now with all the legal systems, or the legalities of like the shareholders of Dragon Ball, because obviously Shueisha wants to make a profit too. They don't want to just give the rights to the manga to Toei and Capsule Corp and then just like receive nothing from it, because obviously it's what they make the most money off of, Dragon Ball alone. So of course they're gonna want an unfair amount of it. That, along with their like very questionable you know, management and processes with you know, reaching deadlines, meeting deadlines, and then like I don't know, producing mangas. They're using a lot more AI now, which is both Akira Toriyama and Akio Ioku, the former like head of Dragon Ball in Shueisha, are strongly against. It's a business perspective, sure. You know, you can cut costs. You don't have to hire a production manager every single time if you can use a little bit of AI here and there, or you can just tax them. You know, like you'll be paying a lot less, but really you'll be paying the creative artist or the creative employee a lot less money. But Japanese you know, creative employees in the arts and animation are, you know, very infamous for not making a lot of money to begin with. If you're not in like the top 5 with the Naotoshi Shidas and the Teruyoshi Yamamurus, then you're basically making scraps. I mean, look at Mappa, for instance. They had to fire multiple employees because, well, they didn't fire them. They left on their own accord, including like potentially the best animator of all time right now, Vincent Chanzard, who worked on season 2 with them, and he just couldn't bear you know, the employee work hours and like the way that they were treating the employees. It's probably the reason why Jujutsu Kaisen is taking a lot longer to come out than we thought. You know, right now potentially it could have been finished by now and they could have released it, but no, they lost a lot of it because of their, you know, incompetence with working with the people rather than working for money. And that's a lot of problems with companies these days. Like creative companies in general, look at Nintendo. You know, they've cut back on so much of the creativity and love for it. They're trying to make as much money as possible. And look, now everyone just puts them under a negative light. And I feel like if Toei Animation and especially Shueisha keep it up, then Dragon Ball will be painted under a negative light too. There needs to be more human creation. There is not enough human creation in the world, and that's crazy to say in a world built by humans. You know, well, a world built by God first, but then He gave us the tools and materials and the brain to create a world. You know, create a society, create animations, create drawings, create, you know, buildings, skyscrapers, create solutions to problems. You know, and then we're just gonna overuse AI either for political jokes or stupid shit. I don't know. All right, I'm going on a little tangent over here. I've been on this same thing. Oh my gosh, yeah, I was really on a tangent with legalities and everything like that. Do not let me ever use or not use a script in a video ever again. Oh my goodness. But I think I'll conclude it there. You know, I'm very excited. You know, who knows what Dragon Ball has in store for us in the future. I believe in Toyotaro, and I think it's time that Shueisha and Toei Animation believe in him too. I regret to say that not enough was said by Akira Toriyama before his tragic passing about trusting Toyotaro, because truly he does, and he did for the majority of early Dragon Ball, to the point where in the Granolah arc he basically said, all right, you've got full creative control now, you can do it, Toyotaro. And he did. He made like an incredible finale. You know, he introduced Ultra Ego as character development, not only for Vegeta but for Granolah as well, being defeated by him very swiftly. And he blended it all so well, with Gas being brought to the highlight of the fight, and it's so amazing, man. Toyotaro can do it. He can do it, and he can do it very well. But anyways, like, subscribe, comment, join the Discord server. I love y'all. Yeshua loves you. I love you. Have a good day.